I'd like to call this meeting to order. If you'd please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Jonathan Ramsey.
Here.
Michelle McHugh.
Here.
Diane Cochiola.
Here.
Ken Demers.
Here.
Robert DeCina.
Here.
Karina Noy.
Here.
Robert Ritalik.
Here.
Marianne Rosa.
Here.
Rachel Ryan.
Here.
Public participation is next, and the first one I have is Richard Hozinski.
Good evening. Tonight on the agenda, the town council will be hearing in executive session a property appraisal lawsuit. And there's been about 5 or 6 of these over the past year. The number seems to be increasing year over year. And for the past couple of years, the town council always chooses to settle these property appraisal lawsuits out of court. I'm asking the town council to please ask the town attorney to quantify the costs of fighting the lawsuit versus the tax revenue loss from these companies. I don't know, because this is an executive session, we never see any of these numbers. And I don't know if we're talking about tens of thousands of dollars of revenue or not. But under the previous town manager and town managers before, we always fought these tax assessment lawsuits. You win some, you lose some. We have a dedicated court, I believe in New Britain, with a dedicated judge who just hears these suits. And I think it's important to send the message to corporations in Watertown that we just will not roll over, that just because they have deep pockets and they can afford a lawyer and file a lawsuit, that we're just going to roll over and give them whatever kind of tax cut that they want. So I'm asking you to please ask the town attorney to quantify these numbers. What's the loss in revenue versus what would it cost to go to court and fight these tax appeals? Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Frankie Popolowski.
Hi. The first thing I'd like to do is commend Rachel Ryan for coming in front of the town council and the townspeople and apologizing for her outburst at the, I guess, what was the November meeting. Unfortunately, I think Rob Ritalik should be apologizing to you and us. No, of course not, you won't. Didn't think you would. You accused Rachel, well, I can't say that. Ken, I can hear you. Rob should be apologizing to Rachel, just like Rachel apologized. He was wrong in what he accused her of. You don't have to pay taxes in this town to be on a board or a commission. You just have to live in town. So, that being said, everybody's responsible for their own behaviors. So, that's all I'm asking for, is an apology for you. And actually for the rest of us too. All right, thank you.
Next is Catherine Kamara.
So I have in this envelope some 406 complaints that I was going to give to hand deliver to Mr. Ramo, because that's who they have to go to. But seeing that he's not here, I will give them to the assistant town manager to give to him. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that I'm giving them to somebody, because the way that the charter works, you guys don't know until they decide whether or not you're going to see it. And I don't really think that's appropriate. I'm also putting together some documents that I'm going to provide to Mr. Ramo. It's information that calls into question an employee's time records, that if they were falsified, they've been costing us taxpayers a lot of money over the years. So I will give that to him when I pull them together. I hope he will look at it. It's been quite a few years of this going on, and budget season's coming up, and I think it really needs to be addressed. And I just want to say that at the last meeting, I was disappointed that none of you followed up with questions of the Middletown officer regarding the speed camera information that he provided. Everyone's eyes lit up when he said Middletown brought in $2 million of revenue, and I think that was in the first month using the cameras on Washington Street or Washington Avenue. But later, he advised us that the vendor Middletown is using did not take any payment up front, and it was being taken from the ticket revenue. And while he originally told us that the department didn't hire any additional staff for this, further into that, he said that they were going to hire 2 attorneys and 2 staff. So to me, this is not about revenue anyway. It's really about safety. However, by the looks on your faces, it felt to me like you were excited about getting some revenue. But I think it's going to be really important to know exactly what that looks like when the costs are factored in. Because he brought up a number, but then kept talking about things that were expenses. So I'm not sure that that $2 million is what they have in their pocket. So again, I think it should solely be about safety, but if you're looking for numbers, I think you really need to look into that further before any decisions are made. Thank you.
Close public participation. We're going to skip over the minutes because they were not included in our packet. I do not have any correspondence or chairman's report, so we'll skip to staff reports. Maria, Finance Director.
Good evening, Honorable Chairman and council members. From the Finance Department, we completed and submitted all required W-2s, 1099s, and 1095 forms on time. Cinnamon and Associates have filed an audit extension with OPM through February 2026, as we will anticipate completing our audit within this month. And budgets are being reviewed and reports are being prepared for the department presentations beginning on February 11th. The same format will be used as last year. Each council member will receive a binder organized by department.
Thank you. Do we have any subcommittee reports?
The Water and Sewer Bipartisan Committee has agreed to interview 3 additional people. Marianne Rosa, Rachel Ryan, and if we can find him, Bob Scannell. We're going to give it one more try. That meeting will be February 17th, which is a Tuesday at 5:30, and we are hoping to have a report out by March 30th, on or by March 30th.
To the chair, I'd like to add one thing to that as well. It's really come to our attention that the community members we added to the committee, Jeff Cheney and Adam Simonson, they're just extraordinary assets to our work. And I don't think we could be moving forward in the direction we are if we didn't add them. So thank you to the council for allowing us to add those community members, because it's really going to help us drive high quality work.
Thank you. Moving on to new business.
I move to schedule a special town meeting for Tuesday, February 17th, 2026 at 6:45 p.m. to authorize an appropriation of $1,772,148.20 from the general fund for the communications upgrade project to be allocated to account 262.50320.511.0000.9062, utilizing funds received through the Johanna Hayes Communications Upgrade Grant.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing the transfer of funds between line items for fiscal year 2025 to 2026. Request to cover expenses incurred from significant weather-related response efforts.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing the payment of tax refunds.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
I move to enter executive session for the purpose of discussing pending litigation in the case of Seaman Realty tax appeal for property located at 51 Depot Street, Suite 521. In attendance will be the town council present and town attorney Paul Jessel.
Is there a second?
Second.
Do we know if?
He's
Oh,
here.
never mind. I see him now. Never mind. He is here. Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Abstention? Motion passes. We'll enter executive session.
Recording stopped.
Bring this meeting back to order.
I move to postpone the settlement of a tax appeal in the matter of Seaman Realty Company versus Town of Watertown to be paid as a refund.
Second.
This
Sorry.
appeal was for property located at 51 Depot Street, Suite 521.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes.
Through the chair,
Yes.
I make a motion to add to the agenda under item D, consideration of removing the current town attorney and replacing him with a new attorney.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Do you want to explain why?
I have two main reasons. Due to his failure to document legal risk over 8 years of litigation with Waterbury, which I think has come out in the Water and Sewer Bipartisan Committee. I was at the meeting tonight and there was discussion of that. And it does not seem like he engaged in the best practices for an attorney. And also for not providing sound legal advice and guidance to the town concerning the disagreement over water rates with Waterbury.
Any additional comments?
So I've been talking at the Water and Sewer Committee and I think I brought up the idea that elected officials change, board members change, administration retires. But what guides a town government has to be a record. And unfortunately, in this water and sewer issue, we didn't have a record. And that created, I think, for us, difficulty in identifying where the problem lied. And that is a concern.
Through the,
Sorry.
through the chair. I think that there were several attorneys involved. It was not just the town attorney. I also think that
Excuse me, we can't discuss the item until it's been added to the agenda, and it hasn't been added yet. We should only be talking to adding the item to the agenda.
And just for the record, that it'd be a 2/3 vote to be able to add it to the agenda. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed?
No.
Opposed? Motion's failed.
Motion
Is there
to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
second.
Second.
Recording stopped.